I am here, the stream is starting. How is everyone doing? I don't have chat open. But I am here. Why did that turn volume up? Okay, I'm gonna undeafen. I'm back.
Welcome back.
I try. Who needs Polysec invite?
I think I can just join me.
Wait, Fred, should I boot up Minecraft so he could do both?
Maybe, if you want.
Okay. Never mind, no rush, no thing.
So I have to unparsec your parsec. So I can join Dobiwan. Yeah.
Okay, who needs me to send Polysec?
Give me.
Alright. Beep.
Beep. What?
I was
Oh,
I
they
gave
got
you
a friend
keyboard, and then I was giving you mouse, and I moved the mouse down too much, so I just kicked you instead.
Outstanding move.
Kill him.
Mods.
Your Honor, kill him.
I guess you don't need a protagonist then.
No. It's my story now, bitch.
Your Honor, spam level 3s.
Yes. And don't miss the bullet this time. Okay. Which one are you? Board is in session.
Welcome back.
Actually, hang on.
Featuring my throat hurts.
Yes.
I'm sick, actually. Although most of it covered.
What was it for that? The stream does not have game.
I'm however. What?
I know why.
However, Nintendo Switch has games.
Yes. Hilarious. As stupid as that marketing was, it turned out to be fucking true.
It's so funny.
Nintendo really is ahead of the game.
Who knew that Nintendo Switch has games would be the best marketing ploy?
Okay. You should be good.
Let's continue.
Yeah.
Also, people are low-key predicting that Microsoft is kind of just going to stop making new consoles, maybe.
Well, that's why the logical assumption was. I just realized one thing. Hang on. That's what the
Well,
logical
make
assumption was. But they've already soft announced that at least that they're still making consoles going forward.
We'll see.
They're going to be digital only in a generation or two.
I feel like that's kind of just like the direction most consoles are going to be going. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if PlayStation also did that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what it is.
Nintendo's got another generation, I think, still.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nintendo is going to stay cartridges. No, Nintendo
Sure,
has to
that's
stay
better.
physical for little Timmy, you know?
I mean,
Yeah.
even if they don't, there's still going to be physical cartridges in Japan.
Yeah.
So that's where I'll be buying them.
I'm going to Weeb Town.
Mash.
Okay.
So you don't have to
Goodness
read these, I
for-
think.
No,
CD Japan,
nothing green
okay.
stuff. Where to start? The start is just press everything.
Hang on. Hang on. I'm messing with like off-view stream things.
I'm frozen.
Yeah. So what's my background? Why is my background frozen?
Streams my parsec's fine at least. Right?
Yeah. No. The
Stream mostly.
Okay, I think it's just the movement is so subtle that, and it's zoomed out enough. Okay. I'm good.
Good.
Yes, we've read all this before. The TLDR is I don't remember what happened last time.
Yeah, me neither. What the hell are we doing?
Press everything.
Okay, so there was the bullet on his wrist, which means he was already dead.
Yes. And then bitch reveal herself. Oh yeah, I can't speak the foul language of Japanese.
Yes.
And turn on her full racism mode.
Par for the course of this game.
Damn. Alright. So it's crossing examination. We don't have any clues yet. But
Yeah, you haven't started it. It was just like, this is a good place to stop.
Yep.
Okay. That makes sense.
And now, time to press every statement. Although you can reread them if you wish first.
Yeah, for the flavor text.
Okay.
She insinuate poison?
What do you think, Ryunosuke?
I don't know. I think this could be hard work. You can speak Japanese brilliantly, but she doesn't seem to want to say very much.
The more she says, the more she's likely to give away. This English woman knows that only too well. She's quite formidable.
Dr. Wilson's burn tells us something, sure. I need to use this cross-examination to find out what. First things first, I'm going to press her on everything she said and try to make her blurt something out.
Even the game tells you to do it.
Yep.
Yes.
Ellipses.
What is it, Kazuma? What are you thinking?
Oh, don't worry, it's nothing.
The trick is he wasn't thinking.
Press!
Yes.
His hand was on the searing hot plate for at least 3 whole seconds. You can't not have noticed.
Do you think so? Let me ask you something.
Sorry?
Ever since I hired this courtroom, my throat has been sore help. And even still now. The fly on those unsightly black trousers of yours has been wide open.
What's this?
You cannot notice, can you? Your penis is sticking out.
What? Ah!
My dignity.
The eyes of cringe.
Haha, what fun.
Haha, what fun.
It's bread.
Yeah, and realized. Had to cough.
My dear lady is absolutely right.
How she managed to see that through the desk, I'll never know.
As your friend, you've embarrassed me as well as yourself, Ryunosuke.
I have X-ray vision.
What? Why didn't you tell me?
I thought it was a fashion statement.
Dr. Wilson was a true English gentleman. He would never have his dick out for nothing. He chose honorable silence over vulgar scream. Can your tiny brains imagine such a thing?
Oh yes, I think my very big, wrinkly brain can.
Yes! Well, I can.
Smooth, small brain.
Anyway, it seems you have a smooth, small brain.
Okay. give me 2 seconds. I noticed one more thing on stream side.
My brain is small. It's agile. It can Dark Souls dodge.
Light roll.
Impressive.
You
Like, oh.
We're pressing this.
good? You click.
Press it. No. I gotta press it.
Oh, okay.
Without leaving a trace.
If someone is shot, or strangled, or stabbed, or thrown from a height. However, a person's life is taken, there are always telltale traces in the body.
Quite right,
Ouchie.
dear lady. Ouchie, that is me. And as our police force has thoroughly examined the body of the deceased, there could be no doubt. Isn't it right, Inspector Hosonaga?
As I've said, I always aim for a flawless investigation.
There would be physical traces for all those causes of death, that's true. But maybe there's some other way of killing someone that doesn't leave a mark.
If, heaven forbid, you doubt me, young man, you're going to have to tell everyone how exactly you think the person did lose his life.
He was probably drowning.
Otherwise, I'm afraid the argument falls rather flat, doesn't it? I'm a lucky bitch that autopsies don't exist yet.
They do, just not in
Oh
Japan.
no, perish the thought. Calling such a sweet young lady's innocence into question? On my honor, I, Taketsuchi Ouchi, will cut down any who darest cast such such accusations, such bad words.
If it's any consolation, you know not the first person to mispronounce a word is him.
A way
It's
of
true.
killing something that leaves no trace.
Me voicing the two smartest characters in the room and not knowing how to spell minutia.
Minutiae.
Yeah,
That is
minutiae.
a very weird word, yeah.
It was the E that threw me off. If there was no E, I would have gotten it. We need some evidence to back us up here.
Yes, evidence.
Yes.
Yes.
Evidence, yes. Yes.
Please tell me his like desk slams get better.
They already have.
Okay.
Sometimes.
How dare you insult this country's inferior investigative techniques?
It's kind of the point, because right now he's not, like...
Inferior? What do
not
you mean by
experienced.
that?
In the lands of the Great British Empire, the police store everything found at the crime scene for later examination. But in this country, you investigate once and that's the end of it. Isn't that so?
Great right. Le Carnival is open for business as usual today, just days after the incident.
Exactly, which means that even if the investigation takes a different direction, vital evidence may be lost.
Well done.
Behold,
We're
tutorial case.
coughing mid-dialogue.
Tutorial
It
case.
doesn't even occur to your naive detective to try to preserve the crime scene. Investigating methods are shittier than gumshoes.
Who's Gumshoe?
Who?
What even
I'm-
is a gumshoe?
Trying to be as tactful about this as I can, you understand?
Yeah,
A killer blow. A critical hit. Super effective. The lady is as formidable as she is beautiful.
Massive damage.
amazing. He's actually admitting our police may be flawed. Perhaps Prosecutor Ouchie is finally starting to see sense.
I very much doubt that.
Still, there's something about what Miss Brett just said. It was a moment before, when something didn't seem quite right. The guy dying? I don't know.
It's a mechanic that hasn't been tutorialized yet. What do you think, Ryunosuke?
I think it's going terrible. No matter how much I press her, I'm not turning up any new information.
If only there was somebody else that we could press.
Yes, as I
Maybe.
suspected, she's a tough witness.
The A button.
If only there was someone else we could press. We
If
need
only
to
there
find-
was like somebody else right there,
yeah.
up there, right next to her.
The mechanic hasn't been tutorialized yet. We need to find a way to break her testimony, or the cross-examination will be over.
But that would mean I must find a way. There must be some clues somewhere to help us find a kink in her armor.
A kink?
I'm glad. if you said the correct word, I would have been like, you can't say that.
Kazuma!
What, Ryunosuke?
There is one thing I noticed. Something that's been bothering me.
Bothering you? You mean about Miss Brett?
Actually, no.
Don't look at me.
About the person standing next to her, Inspector Hosenar.
He's reacting to a conversation, that sly detective.
Yes, he seemed to react a little strangely to Miss Brett's last statement. I was wondering if it might be significant. If it might present an opening, maybe.
Alright, I have an idea. Try pressing her on that last statement one more time.
If you think so, but...
But this time, instead of targeting the woman herself, let's see what we can get out of that detective.
Alrighty then. I wonder what Kazuma's thinking. I'll find out soon enough, I suppose. Once I press Miss Brett on her last statement again.
You can mash through that, by the way.
How dare you insult our country!
They deserve it. Sorry, we deserve it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said this right.
Quite right.
You stop.
I'm also
stop.
voice acting the coughing.
I hope nobody presses me right now. That'd be really unfortunate.
There it is! The detective's reaction is just the same as before. Why?
It's almost like this game is scripted or something. Up until now, the detective has been in the stand with Miss Brett as her interpreter. But things are very different now. For this testimony, the detective is just listening to what the Englishwoman has to say. This could be a golden opportunity.
What do you mean?
My music is playing. When people are actually testifying, they're usually very careful not to let anything slip. However, when they're listening to someone else speak, you'll find they often let their guard down.
You're right. Look at him. He's lost his own thoughts.
Damn, I am bleeding so much.
It's time to pursue the man in this train of thought.
The whole side of this towel that's facing me is completely red now.
Pursue special color bolds.
I'll explain how to do it now, Uyanosuke. It's all to do with the witness marker. You can't see it yet, but it'll be there in a minute.
What? What matter? What are you talking about?
See? That. At the moment, we're focused on Miss Brett, who's the person actually making the current statement.
Whoa, this is...
But by moving the marker left and right with AD, whatever those mean, like not like BC but AD, you can turn your attention to other people in the stand.
Wow, I didn't know he could like project his thoughts into a mini screen.
It's my stand power. While you're looking at the other witnesses, you'll be able to pursue them with space.
Space. What's space?
Make sure to give them space. Everyone needs space.
Okay.
If you can catch the person at just the right time, you might uncover some new information to pursue.
You can use the spacebar to stop giving them space.
If you ever
Use
notice a
space to
strange
stop giving
atmosphere
space.
amongst the people on the stand, take a good look around.
Alright then, so I should first move the marker across the A and D, whatever those are, and focus on the detective. Then pursue him with space and see what's on his mind. Okay, here we go.
I hope nobody focuses on me and then pursues me.
Wait.
Oh,
Excuse me.
Oh, he's doing that
Excuse
thing.
Excuse me.
What? What is the meaning of this?
are you okay? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to shock you.
I'm deathly ill. I could keel over at any moment.
He really was lost his thoughts.
Please hold on like
Gee.
5 minutes. We need to ask you something. Then you can die. It looked like you were thinking something just now, Inspector. Definitely not dying or anything. Just thinking.
Please.
Maybe thinking about how much you were dying. Perhaps having heard what the lady next to you had to say.
There's something you'd like to say. Please, share it with the court.
What is the meaning of this? It's the delightful Englishwoman / Frenchwoman who's testifying at the moment. If you can't find fault with her testimony, then the cross-examination should be over immediately.
Oh, is that how it works? I don't know.
I've never been in court before.
Absolutely not.
Hmm?
The detective is in the stand, which makes him a valid witness.
It's true.
That's true.
Slap.
Yes, not to mention the fact that he's intimately involved in the case.
Okay. Good clarification.
Inspector Hosonaga. Yes. Jesus Christ. Do you have something to add in relation to the statement just made by Miss Brett? Well, yes. If you don't mind, I would like to speak.
Ellipses.
The lady is right. Our country's police practices are not as modern as those used in Great Britain. Which is why I, Satoru Hosonaga, always strive to make every investigation I'm involved in flawless.
What do you really mean by that?
I'll tell you what I mean. I won't have evidence lacking on my watch. I'm not afraid to take everything I can from the scene of the crime. It's preserving evidence, you see. Like tables, chairs, cups, oxygen.
What about beef
I don't-
steak? Can you get me some food? I'm hungry.
I can do that as soon as I clock into my job.
Okay, I'll hold you to that.
I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief. I'm not ashamed of what I've done. I'm still dying. Please.
Crime scene thief.
Well, it looks like the lady's remarks touched a nerve there.
Take this, for example. It's water. You can drink it.
Is that what I think it is?
This is the bottle of carbonated water that I took to the victim's table on the day in question. And yes, it's lost all of its fizz, having been opened 3 days ago now. But it was carbonated water. I don't care what anyone says.
Yes, there's some left in the bottle. I can see it.
One day our police force will be among the best in the world. The time is coming. I guarantee it. I can't say I condone the witness's actions, but I do understand the sentiment.
Steals water.
That water does look fine as hell. The court will accept this glass bottle as evidence.
Ooh, water.
He needs some milk.
Miss Brett, can you confirm that this is indeed the bottle from which you drank on the day of the victim's death?
Yes, it was that bottle.
What's that all about? She seemed to avert her eyes when she answered the judge's question.
I like
Very
it.
well.
Teehee.
Counsel, you may resume the cross-examination.
How would she be able to tell it's the same bottle?
And the inspector will kindly control his fervor.
Very carefully.
There's a certain brand that she likes.
Well, wouldn't like every bottle look the same?
It's like it's a very fancy, but like super fancy.
It might have like a number on it.
It's from Britain Land. It's unique.
I love Britain Land. My parents took me there went for my third birthday.
Great Britannia.
You have evidence
What?
though.
Let's look at that bottle.
How do I look at?
What that bottle do? Girl?
No button. Ah, there it is.
Let's look at the door. It's so
Very
dumb,
nice
but it's so...
Bottle.
This is not a door, for it is not a jar.
I can read
It is a bottle.
everything.
There was a reference to something from the other day, or from like a few weeks ago.
This label is written in a foreign language that I cannot recognize. Do you know what it says, Kazuma?
Yeah, it says you're a bitch.
Damn.
Very expensive bitch.
It is French.
Yeah,
I know I'm a bitch, but what does it actually say?
Sparkling water.
Oh, my mistake. Go to France and ask.
Got him.
God damn it. You can just say you don't know.
Can we look at the opening like straight on?
Hold on, let me see.
Just don't hold it upside down. The water will spill out.
Yes, what's the
It's true.
circumference of the bottle?
So this carbonated water is the last drink Dr. Wilson ever had.
It looks like there's a little left in the bottle. Although it's just plain water now.
You know, I've been sweating so much, I'm absolutely parched. I'll just have a sip of this to keep me going.
No, the fuck you won't, Leonosuke. You can't do that. For one thing, that's evidence. You can't go drinking evidence.
It's true.
That's true.
Oh no, I guess you're right. We don't know what might be inside, do we?
You never cease to amaze me, Leonosuke, in more ways than one.
I wonder. Could there be anything in this water?
What's the matter? You've gone quiet all of a sudden. You've gone soft on me.
I think I might have just worked something out. Interesting possibility.
Le gas.
It's poison!
It's fucked up.
What's poison?
Water.
Actually, since this bottle came from France, it's actually pronounced poisson.
Hmm. Poison.
Poisson.
I don't see anything.
Maybe you have to present it and just like assume that it's been poisoned.
I could do that.
Yeah.
Well, if that would be the case, like I feel like at the very least the description would say something about poison.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Can you not like? Is there nothing on the the opening of the bottle?
Like that looks like we tried to.
Yeah.
It looks like the label and the actual water are the
No,
only two
you-
things you can look
Yeah.
at.
Yeah, we did both of those.
We might have to just present it.
The description also might say something.
Yeah, you might be a case where you just have to present it. Yeah.
But when do I present?
Doesn't she say something like, "There's no way I could have tracelessly killed this guy"?
Okay, I understand. That's good. So here's where you would.
At least that's my hunch. I don't know for
Ah.
sure, but
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Check
What
out.
if you
Nice.
drowned him?
what's this? A bottle of water?
Actually, there is one method of killing a man without leaving a trace that comes to mind. Obviously, I'm referring to poison.
Poisson.
Poisson?
On the day of his death, we know that Dr. Wilson drank from this bottle of carbonated water. Could it be that there was poison inside?
Wait, isn't poisson fish?
Could it be that Professor
If only we had
actually
someone in the call right now that spoke French and could confirm.
Does he know?
Hmm.
How do we tell him?
Hmm.
Order! Order!
Look, it was a
He's
slam.
becoming stronger.
I will not shut up. And on that day, who was sitting at the same table as the professor and able to slip the poison into his drink? There's only one person who could possibly have done it. Giselle Brett. It was you.
Melepsies.
This is outrageous. To suggest such a thing without a scrap of evidence. You little rookie imbecile. Have you ever considered the delicate situation our country finds itself in now? Have you forgotten that we have only just signed an accord of friendship with the British Empire? Have you even the vaguest inkling, Splatoon reference, that your rash
Whoa.
accusations could jeopardize the entire treaty?
Squid!
This is not a political arena. This is a trial to determine one individual's guilt with respect to one crime.
Think you can take me?
Thank you for the follow, real Matt on guard. That is
What?
a Ace Attorney reference. We will get there in 5 years at this rate.
I'm going to be dead by then.
The fact that this woman is British makes no difference. We're here to determine the truth.
Grr.
If I may.
I will silence you forever.
Shut up! It is you who should be silent.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yes,
Mommy, I mean, mommy, I mean, mommy, I mean.
Where did that come from? She snapped all of a sudden.
I'm afraid I may have spoken unfairly before. It's time for my third act breakdown, bitches. I offer my most humble apologies.
I'm sorry, my lady. To what are you referring?
I described your police force as inferior. But no matter how inferior they may be, you still investigate this particular point thoroughly, I believe. The bottle, I mean, Inspector, and where it contained poison, no doubt.
Of course.
You did?
Have you forgotten what my guiding principle is already? I strive for a flawless investigation every time.
I don't believe it.
Naturally, we tested the inside of this bottle and its contents. And? What did you find, Inspector? I ordered tests for every toxin that's available in this country at the present time. We could find no trace of poison of any description in the bottle of carbonated water, Your Excellency.
What? Are you sure?
The tests were meticulously carried out by Chief Coroner himself.
Oh. No!
It's a good thing there's no possibility for poison from anywhere else showing up. That'd be a damn shame.
I'm very grateful to all you Japanese. You successfully established my complete innocence in this horrid affair. Thank you.
It's a good thing my sudden illness has nothing to do with this water.
But of course, mommy, I mean, dear lady. The pleasure was all ours.
Dead.
Sad ellipses.
What are they gonna do now?
This can't be right. Everything falls into place if he was poisoned.
Thank you, Counsel. I think that cross-examination has clarified everything. As the prosecution have asserted, a shot to the chest from this gun is the only conceivable cause of death. Furthermore, the accused, who by his own admission was holding this weapon, is the only possible culprit.
Oh, I'm so done for. It's so over.
It's so, Jover.
It's over.
The court wishes to apologize for the great inconvenience that has caused you, Miss Brett.
Oh no, I'm just glad the matter is resolved.
Before proceeding, I must ask the counsel for the defense. Do you have any further new evidence to present the court at this point?
Kazuma, miracle.
I am not the one who is able to provide such a miracle right now. I'm sorry, Inosuke. I have nothing more. If only my other voice was here.
Well, if you'll excuse me now, I really must be leaving. For tea time, you know. I'm totally not French, I'm British.
Objection. Okay, so I've been voicing this character up to now, and I'm down to keep doing it, but if I keep voicing her throughout the game, one of the cases is gonna get really fucky, that's all I'll say. In regards to, like, a different character I want to voice. So if anyone else wants to take over, now's your chance.
Who wants to
Okay.
play the very feminine
Please wait.
young lady?
My throat is not
Back to me.
today.
Yeah.
Ball's in your court for now,
Yeah.
Dobie.
Please wait.
What? Isn't that?
What's the meaning of this?
Forgive me for introducing on court proceedings, Your Excellency. Susato Mikotoba, Judicial Assistant to the Defense. I am
She's got
Kazuma's
sus in her
other
name.
voice. Yeah. I am not sus, I swear.
Mikotoba? In my darkest hour, where nowhere left to go, she appeared suddenly like a bolt of lightning. And in her hand, she carried a small package wrapped in a furoshiki cloth.
No
To be
shot.
Continued. Let's go.
We're actually not finishing this case today. Holy
It's
shit.
over.
No.
It's over.
That's the first, is that the first to be continued we've had? Or is it the second?
I think this is the second.
Okay, it better be the second.
Help!
No, that feels right.
Help!
That feels right if it's the second.
So, yeah, let's keep on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, so yeah. Smith.
Well, I understand you are the judicial assistant to the defense, but why the sudden ingress into my courtroom?
Ha. Judicial assistant. And a woman, no less.
Woman derogatory.
The rules state that females, derogatory, are not permitted into this court of law other than to testify.
Yes, I fully understand. I ask only for 5 minutes of time. I have some vital evidence that I must hand over to the defense.
Het, you're too late, little girl. This trial has already been concluded.
5 minutes. I will not allow a moment more. In my courtroom. Mine.
But, Your Excellency,
I am most grateful.
Who exactly are you again?
I'm sorry, there's no time. Please, simply accept this for now.
I definitely don't know because I wasn't here.
She's been, like, in the background throughout, like, both sessions prior.
Oh, okay.
Report
Is
written.
she like the
English.
Maya of
Yeah,
this game?
it's Giselle Brett's research.
Research. The English woman's?
After the trial resumed earlier, I hurried back to the university. I went to Dr. Wilson's laboratory in the medical faculty and borrowed this paper. Oh yes, that's right. Miss Brett was studying under the professor, wasn't she?
So, does this research, whatever it is, have something to do with the case?
Fucking open it.
I'm afraid I don't know. I haven't been able to listen to the proceedings of the trial myself.
Oh no, of course not.
Special characteristics of curare and its effects on human subjects. Interesting.
Alright, what is that? I've never heard that word before.
I'm looking it up right now. Hang on a second.
It's a
It's
spell
the
exclusive.
first paralytic used in anesthesia.
I was gonna make a Final Fantasy joke, but that looks too.
Anyway, time's up. The prosecution demands the immediate removal of this female trespasser, derogatory, from the courtroom.
Female.
There was too little time for me to read it in detail, but I've summarized what I could on a note just inside the cover.
Oh, thank God we don't have to read it.
If you think it should be
Thank God.
valuable, please cast your eye over it.
Thank God we don't have to read in this game about reading.
Oh, well, this is wonderful. Thank you.
Goodbye then, and good luck.
How'd she do that? Order in the court. Where the hell did she go? Huh?
It's my
Magic.
patented technique, the Susato disappear.
See, girls aren't allowed in the courtroom because they have the power to teleport.
That's true. Forgot about that. You've had long enough, counsel. We cannot detain our... Whoa! Help!
I didn't do it. I swear I didn't do it.
Is that me? Is the
I asked the prosecution
is
and the
the
defense
mouse-
now one last time.
Hang on. Amp, don't do anything. That's fucking wild. Okay, so just using the mouse wheel. Well, never mind.
Someone is scrolling my dialogue. I don't very much appreciate
Well,
it.
I was going through my soundboard to find this, in regards to Susato disappearing.
Does either side have any further evidence to present to the court? I presume not, but...
Is any of this important? Okay, I guess not. Fuck.
I looked
Too
at
late.
it for 0.5 seconds and decided it wasn't important.
I've used my massive brain to decipher all of that.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's,
I mean,
that's
you
definitely,
can-
that's definitely what that
Excellency.
text box said. Inosuke, we're out of options here. This really is our very last chance.
Yeah, I know. Your Excellency, the defense does have new evidence.
Well, all right then. That unyielding stare of a true Japanese warrior. Well, Miss Brent,
Yes, Your Excellency.
if you wouldn't mind, perhaps you could grace us with your presence just a little longer.
It's a delightful invitation, but I'm afraid
That wasn't a question.
it's not so very long until tea time. Not to politely.
Forgive me, Miss Brent. It seems I wasn't clear. I realize it was phrased as a question, however, I must ask you to treat that as an order.
I've said it many times before, but in Japanese language makes no sense. True.
My apologies, dear lady.
Skill.
I did not write it.
Respectfully, skill issue. So, counsel, what is this new evidence that demands the court's attention?
It's the collar pin, obviously.
Yeah.
Yes.
Show him your badge.
Here we go.
We have not examined it at all, but we are going to show it to you.
It's kind of the only choice we have.
We understand you were studying under Dr. Wilson at Yuma University during research. Research by sheer coincidence, perhaps, into a deadly poison.
Not at all.
Nani?
Nani?
Poisson?
Poisson.
Where are you going with this, counsel?
A toxin known as kurare, Your Excellency. Even the slightest amount of this deadly poison entering the body leads to instant death.
What complete and utter nonsense. Kurare, you say? I've never even heard of it. Before I looked it up earlier.
You wouldn't have done. It's a
I've
Final
never heard
Fantasy
of it.
spell. Final Fantasy
never-
doesn't exist yet.
I've never heard of this before. Googles it. I have now heard of this before.
Don't you mean Kuraga?
That's what they want you to think. But this is legally different. I mean, that you wouldn't have heard of kurale before for one very simple reason. It doesn't exist in our country.
It doesn't exist.
Just like women's rights.
Damn.
Unfortunately.
Just out there, come back, we did it.
No matter what test the police can do for toxins, they never identify kurare.
Slam.
Why? Because there is no test available here that can identify the presence of this highly deadly poison.
Whoa. Hey, no idea.
Order! Order! Council, does this deadly poison truly exist?
According to this report authorized by the visiting research student from England, kurale has long been used by the tribes people of South America as a poison to lace their arrows. It seems that it's reasonably well known among European doctors and scientists.
To list their arrows?
The
Just
report
like
state-
Minecraft.
Yeah, it's just like Minecraft. Ryunosuke, what's Minecraft? Okay, we won't read that. And it was first brought back to Europe at the turn of the century by explorers.
Ryunosuke, while you're at it, tell me what GAT is.
Don't do that, that wasn't me. My voice is being impersonated by AI. It claims that animals shot by arrows laced with kurale suffer instant death. Doesn't that about sum it up, Miss Brett? Trump?
Trumpery.
Trumpery.
That is, to trump someone with a piece of evidence. I don't know, something like that. Anyway.
Like Trump?
These word I couldn't pronounce earlier, but it's aspersions, are utter trumpery. To start with, if the victim had been administered some of the so-called deadly poison, or son, if you will, he would have been squirming and writhing in pain, and the other diners would have surely noticed.
That is true. I'm purposefully ignoring the fact that they said instant death, but yes, why not? I don't see any problems with this statement.
Thank you.
The thing is, it's a paralytic, so you wouldn't really be able to tell if they're living or not because they'd be paralyzed.
What do you say to that, Inspector? Obviously, I would have noticed a disturbance like that.
I don't remember anything like that either. I didn't notice the professor being in any kind of pain.
Feels good to be the only person in this courtroom with a brain cell. According to this, it's the other way around.
What do you mean, the other way around?
The very fact that the victim didn't show any visible signs of distress is evidence that kurale was used. Judge.
One second. Sorry,
I can't say
texted.
my line without you saying
Sorry.
it was...
Someone just texted me. Give me 3 seconds for the judge to answer this text message. Thank you. Court resume. Explain yourself, counsel.
The moment this toxin enters a person's system, it causes instant paralysis. In other words, afflicted victims lose all strength and are completely unable to move.
Yeah, basically what I said.
Even if they were in total agony, there would be no visible signs of pain at all.
I told you I had the biggest, wrinkliest brain here.
How terrible.
Obviously, if a man lost all strength in his muscles, he'd collapse on the floor. But with a chair under him for support, as Dr. Wilson did, the effects could go largely unnoticed.
Me slumping in my chair. But I don't follow Kazuma. That's just paralysis. I thought the poison caused instant death.
The full explanation is extremely unpleasant. The poison causes immediate paralysis, as I said, leaving the victim unable to move. But after a short time, the paralysis is so severe, it causes the muscles that control respiration to fail.
Respiration? What the hell's that?
In other words, the actual cause of death is suffocation. And all the
Okay,
while,
asphyxiation.
the victim is conscious and aware, just unable to move.
It's Hideo. Hideous.
Hideo Kojima.
Hideous.
To the observer, it would look almost like the victim was slipping peacefully into an endless sleep. But for the victim himself, his final moments would be a living hell. That is the true nature of this deadly curare poison. Now behold as I charge special beam cannon.
And you're suggesting that this bottle, Council, actually contains this terrifying poison.
This is all very convenient, isn't it? Hitherto, see, big brain word, unknown poison for which there is no means of testing. What a happy tale for the defunct.
Defunct.
If I may.
All these facts and fake news.
No. It is you who must be taught.
Of course, mommy, sorry. Dear lady.
So, this is how you Japanese behave, is it?
True. What?
Oh shit.
You steal another's honest hard work and then announce the result as if you discovered them. I'm appalled. What a loathsome act.
Well, Miss Brett, the feeling is mutual.
Whatever do you mean?
Capitalizing on the unfortunate circumstances of an innocent man to frame him for a heinous crime. That really is a loathsome act. Wouldn't you agree?
And of this, I for one refuse to accept it. The idea of some poisson that doesn't even exist in the great empire of Japan is breaking the rules.
It's illegal. What's so funny?
Oh, excusez-moi, Your Excellency.
I'm glad you said it like that, because that's exactly how I would have said it.
Yes, Miss Brett.
May I borrow that bottle for a moment, please?
Dog, if she just chugs it, I swear to God. Yes. I don't see why not. Surely nothing terrible could happen from this.
Well, she has like an immunity to it.
Etiquette.
Nice pour.
Perfect form, as always.
Don't get too big for your boots, you insignificant little island boys.
Sorry.
Hear me right, island boys. To an English woman such as myself, this whole affair is a farcical comedy.
Unsheathed katana.
You know, police games and these foolish courtroom antics. It's laughable, really. But I'm getting bored of it all now. It's time for the games to end.
I just noticed there's a freaking swan on her hat.
Yep.
Jeez.
Wow, you can tell. It's fancy because of the italics
Yeah.
Well, it's a language thing because when she was first introduced,
and the cursive.
she it was like, oh, I don't speak the language, and she would say like one or two things in quote unquote Japanese, and they would have the fancy italics, but then otherwise she couldn't speak the language because she was faking it. So that's how I've always taken it. Delicious.
No sparkle left at all. How appropriate for this shabby affair.
I love Sprite.
It's flat.
Drops dead on the spot.
This game would be based.
Based on what?
Oh goodness.
You're very still.
What was the matter? You all look quite stunned. Truthfully, I hoped that it was killing me.
How unfortunate that I'm still alive.
So, no kurare. The bottle was clean, is that what you're saying?
You look quite incredulous, little boy. But of course, that's the simple truth. Thank you for presenting the findings of my research so concisely here in this grand venue. Most kind. Thank you, waiter. Now then, Your Excellency.
Yes, Miss Britt?
I should like to be executed. I mean, excused now, please.
I'm sure you should like.
I think I've given more than enough of my time for the furtherance of friendship between our countries.
Yes, dear lady. We're most gratified with all the assistance that you've given.
No, it's so over.
This doesn't make sense. If only we'd actually read the report. There had to have been poison in that bottle. So
There
how?
was a report.
How did she swallow a whole glass and live to tell the tale? I don't understand it. What am I missing? What did I not read?
Well, I suppose if nothing else, this little Far Eastern charade will make for interesting conversation at the next party at and in London.
No, there has to have been poison in that bottle, doesn't there?
Read, fucker!
Yes.
If they used it to coat arrows, then it should be like a... Like, it's not an ingested poison, right? It has to enter, like, the blood or something.
I know the
Which
answer,
in-
so I can't answer this.
Which, in my mind, means that he might have technically had an open wound because of his dental work.
Mm.
I get it.
Whoa!
Maybe.
Well, when you said that in my mind, I'm immediately like, shut up.
I've played Pathfinder. I know stupid niche
No,
uses for stupid
it
things.
was just like, everyone forgot about the dental work, right?
Right.
I did.
Thank you. Court
Operation
adjourned.
put poison into the carbonated water. The defense refuses to change its position.
You serious?
Fool, are you blind? There's no possible way that the bottle could contain poison. I mean, we just saw.
Miss Brett drinking the water from it.
That's right. Which rather complicates the argument, I think.
I believe that complication can be explained.
how exactly?
You should think through all the things that don't quite add up here one by one.
New game mechanic?
I'm sure the answers in the evidence that we have in the court record somewhere has to be.
Very well. Jesus Christ, you people are taking up so much time. We've been here for hours. If the defense truly intends to assert its claim, then I must ask you to support the assertion with evidence. What explains how the witness was able to consume this supposedly poisoned water unscathed?
It won't let me, like, present.
Enters the body through a wound.
You'd be presenting like
Present the whole thing
you'd be presenting the entire document.
Just
And then, like, maybe the game would go, wait, that's a lot of fucking shit. Where specifically am I supposed to be looking? Some
The
games
answer
do
to
that,
this
some
riddle
games don't.
is right here in Miss Brett's own research report.
That's not a valid explanation.
No. Oh, I thought that worked.
After all, we don't speak English. That report is utter gibberish.
Yeah, if it was a wrong presentation, he'd be like, the answer is in this. And then they'd be like, what are you talking about?
Ego, hanasemasen. This impudent young scoundrel is trying to ridicule the court, Your Excellency.
There is occasionally, like, specific dialogue for the thing you presented, but, like, it still is wrong. But not commonly.
I'm not trying to ridicule anyone, honest. I'm just reading Susato San's notes.
San.
Sans?
Susato Sans?
Sans?
Did.
This report is too extensive to be considered in its entirety by the court. In short, I'm not reading that shit.
I'm happy
You
for
will-
you, though. It was sad that happened.
You will direct us to the pertinent section, counsel. Which section of the report reveals the alleged answer to this riddle?
I don't know.
Yeah, you can press E.
You can still check court record. Or just 1 and 3 it.
We've been hearing a lot about this Karawa poison. And it's left me curious about something.
Is that right, counsel?
Well, it sounds as though indigenous hunters have been using this poison for years and years to lace the heads of the arrows that they shoot at whatever prey they're hunting.
That's what we've been led to believe, yes.
And the point of hunting is to catch prey to eat.
Get to the point already, man.
But if they were to use these laced arrows, doesn't that mean there would be traces of poison left in the prey the hunters were going to eat?
Yes. Good point.
Damn, he's right.
Yes, a point. So surely the hunters wouldn't want to eat prey, would they? Is that they'd be eating poison?
Good gracious, counsel. That would be madness.
But I actually found the answer to that conundrum somewhere in these research papers. Hold on one second. Under special characteristics, it says this. The poison starts to work after entering the body through a wound.
Through a wound, you say? I see. That makes sense.
Yes. The mention of that particular detail seemed a little strange to me, though. But it all makes sense when you interpret what's written like this. When Kurare enters the body through an open wound, it has terrifying poisonous effects, however. When it enters the body via the mouth, it has no poisonous effects whatsoever.
What?
Ms. Brett, you authored this research. You knew Karare's special characteristics. And you knew that you could make a spectacle of drinking that water without any danger to yourself.
You meddling little. Rapscallion,
Holy shit, it's
Oh my god, the goose is controlling her.
Like a
Well,
Just like Ratatouille.
well, Ryunosuke, it looks like
Again.
the goose is loose.
I was
Well,
the
Ryunosuke.
goose all along.
It turns out
goose
she
is
is the current
trash.
inheritor of the Attack Titan. You're an even better lawyer than I thought you'd be.
Really? Me? A lawyer? Objection, no way.
Nah.
No way. Couldn't be me.
This poison talk is fascinating, I'm sure. But I fail to see how...
Yeah, so, the ill-bred little pup here has a new toy to play with. Some facts he read in a book.
Do I still have to hold this?
Knowledge doesn't suit me, little boy. It only makes you look silly. Books are for kids.
What are you trying to say?
Your schoolboyish logic has a fatal flaw.
Schoolboyish?
Flaw.
Fatal?
For him?
Fury?
Even your brain has managed to deduce Quarry is safe to ingest. Seems likely that its effect are neutralized by the acidic nature of the gastric succus.
She said suck.
Succubus?
Oh yes, well of course. Gastric suckers? What?
So, if this lethal poison is completely harmless when drunk, the professor would have died when he swallowed it, would he?
If it weren't for...
If only I didn't call my shot. Good gracious! I like that he says that.
That's basic science. You know, science. Do you know what science is? Whatever.
Yeah, science.
Science that even a schoolboy should be able to understand, no?
Science is when you get electrocuted by lightning. Benjamin Franklin taught me that. Order in the court. Please, I want to take a nap. The logic holds. If the lady and the professor drank the same poison, they would be affected in the same way.
Are you trying to suggest?
Yes, this curare poison is completely irrelevant to the case on trial.
That's right. Surely even a little cockroach like you could understand something as simple as that. My mask became bigger somehow.
I'm scared.
What? Zawarido!
That's a wild though.
This power welling up inside me. I've never felt like this before. It's
Oh,
a
he's
sort of
gonna say
conviction
the thing.
to break down all the discrepancies. It's so intense, almost rage-like. And more than anything else, it's an animalistic desire to take down my prey.
What? He pointed.
Objection!
He said
the
it.
thing.
He said the thing.
He said the thing.
Oh, mask.
Damn, that mask was huge.
I don't think so, Miss Brett.
How dare you say objection to me?
Damn, his balls dropped.
Very well, that there is no fatal flaw here.
Also, just the intensity of like that animation, and then it's just objection.
You know exactly why, even though both you and the victim swallowed the same poison. You are alive, but Dr. Wilson is dead.
Yes.
Counsel, I'm sure I don't need to remind you. You must provide compelling evidence. I wasn't reading anything in the court record, so you're just gonna have to feed me this one. As we know now that this poison is completely harmless when ingested, why would Dr. Wilson alone have been killed by the Kurare?
Something that
There it is.
There's rubbish on that thing.
Lower.
Take that.
Take that. As Miss Brett so readily pointed out, she drank the same water as the professor. However, there was a fundamental and fatal difference between the two diners.
Fatal difference.
I haven't heard of that game franchise.
Toxic effects of curare are only felt when the poison enters the body through an open wound. So, for a healthy person with no injuries, drinking it is completely harmless. But, what if there was a wound inside the mouth of the person drinking the poisoned water?
Inside?
We're getting some real Metal Gear ass dialogue.
Think of the wound you might have if you had just been to the dentist and they did a horrible job and had a tooth extracted, for example.
And they stabbed you in the mouth, for example. Ah!
Miss Brett, you've acknowledged many times in your testimony already that you were well aware of Dr. Wilson's dental appointment that day.
Wait, so you're saying I would die if I drank some of that right now?
So
So
that's it.
That's me, asshole. So that's it. You've used that knowledge to orchestrate this.
Is she crazy? Laughing?
I don't like to repeat myself, but honestly, I can't resist. These childish courtroom games and your half-baked argument are all so puerile.
What do you mean?
Don't worry, little schoolboy. You'll find out soon enough.
Smacks him with the bottle.
See, when you leave vital evidence lying around, you never know what might happen to it.
Oh,
Oh,
I mean, it could just slip. Oopsie spaghetti. Oh dear, how careless of me. I'm afraid some crucial evidence may have just been tragically destroyed.
isn't that illegal?
no! She destroyed the evidence in front of everyone!
We're gonna have to test her piss now. No one? Alright, fair enough.
My only response would have been like, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
What are you waiting for? Do your fucking job. Start slurping that shit up off the floor right now.
Make sure to cut your mouth in the process.
Yeah. Pug.
The prog champ.
You're wasting your time. This delightful carpet on my feet here was a gift from the British Empire.
Absorb splash shards.
I have the receipts. I assure you, it'll soak up the water beautifully. You have neither the technology nor the presence of mind to recover it.
How could you? You won't get away with this!
You can thump the bench and shout as much as you like, little boy.
Damn, I feel close to.
But I'm afraid we'll never know now, will we? If there really was poison in the bottle. Or not.
You.
And let's not forget. We still have some very compelling evidence left intact.
I feel a little bad. I kind of just let her grab it.
Isn't that right, counsel for the prosecution?
Bro, he's a statue. He's
Oh,
still,
of
like,
course,
stuck
of
like
course. Referring to this photographic print, I presume, dear lady.
That's right, and really, look at this photograph. It's as clear as day, isn't it? The poor professor was sitting with his back to me. So of course, the only person who got shot him from the front is the little schoolboy.
Objection!
Slam.
You killed the victim that day, using kurare. And then, in order to frame Ryunosuke Naruhodo for the crime, you waited until he picked up the pistol you'd arranged for him to find on the floor. before you shot the professor's dead body in the chest with your own hidden gun. Then, in the confusion that followed, all you had to do was turn the dead professor and his chair around. You see? You had every opportunity to commit this crime. Ignore the fact that everyone in the room would have looked the moment the gunshot rang.
What a wonderful imagination you have, young man. I called you young man, but I'm probably about your age, give or take. A hidden gun, you say? I shot the professor's dead body, did I? Well, I'm terribly sorry, but you don't have a shred of evidence. I dropped it on the floor after all.
Exactly. And as you have nothing to support your wild claims, the prosecution's stance remains unchanged. Bars. The victim, Dr. John H. Wilson, was killed by a gunshot to the chest. Slam. Delivered in cold blood by the accused, Yunosuke Naruhiro.
This is unbelievable. How can this keep happening? We had her. But now, is she really going to get away with it? The way she destroyed the evidence was obscene.
Ryunosuke,
Yes.
we've come this far, but now you're the only one who can finish it.
What? What do you mean, finish it?
We've lost a vital piece of evidence, it's true. So if there are any clues left for us to use now, they must be in your head.
Zombie. Zombie.
You told me before that your powers of observation were the one thing you could really depend upon.
Well, yes, that's true, but I didn't manage to notice that this woman was a foreigner with a swan on her head.
So think back again now. Try to remember every last detail about the scene that day. Everything you saw, everything you felt, every color, every smell.
Photographic memory go. What I saw, what I felt. Every color. Oh my god. It was rare? It's consumer
Oh, that
right.
was a good reference.
Enhance.
I had to look up that song. Forgot I'd
Thank you.
listened to it before.
Somewhere in the vibrant memory of the same scene in my head. Could there be another clue to expose to any of Dr. Wilson's killing? Oh, I didn't actually mean to.
You mashed right through it.
I think I hit the right one. Actually, Kazuma, I think I might have something. Thinking back over everything I saw, I think I might have uncovered.
You always have something up your sleeve, don't you, Ryunosuke? Come on, then. Let's wipe the smug smile off that Englishwoman's face with some evidence.
As evidence, I present my brain.
My photographic memory.
Alright.
I'd like to present this black and white photo and this a red crayon.
It's been niggling me for a while that something feels amiss in my memories of it.
Fuck is that word?
It's a word, don't worry about it.
It's a word.
Whatever it is could be the key to arriving at the truth about all of it.
But you are white, so it did make everyone gasp a little bit.
It's here somewhere. The clue that shows who Dr. Wilson's real killer must have
It could
been.
be anything.
Oh, where is it? I don't see it, guys. Is it the chair? Is it the fork? It
I think
must
his
be the
hair
fork.
might be fake. That might be it.
Yes, fake hair, definitely.
What are we doing? Helping Dora?
Yes.
Inspector Hosonaga, answer me this.
Okay. I'm right here. You don't have to shout at me. Oh, what is it?
Oh, he's still so far away. I have to keep shouting. As you've said a number of times now, you strive for perfection in your investigations, don't you?
Absolutely.
I wondered, therefore, if perhaps you took anything else from the scene of the crime. Like, for instance, the plate of steak that you took to the victim's table that day.
Yeah, that joke earlier wasn't a joke, by the way. I do want the beefsteak, please.
I didn't even get to say it.
Where are you going with this, little boy?
It's just a memory that's been troubling me.
What memory? Is this totally hard to drive?
I saw the scene shown this photographic print with my own eyes that day. And I saw on that wooden base of the plate that the steak was served on was a splattering of blood. Spattering?
What?
Oh, really? And what of it? Obviously, that must have happened when you shot the professor.
No, that can't be the case. Take a good look at the photograph and the relative position of everything there. The plate of steak is almost directly behind the victim. If I'm supposed to have shot Dr. Wilson in the chest from the front, there's no way that blood from the victim could have ended up directly behind him.
Ah.
Yes. For the blood to have made it onto the plate, it implies the plate was between the victim and the shooter. Which means the shooter must have been sitting opposite the professor, as you were. Giselle Brett.
My mask is so fucking huge! I beg your pardon?
It's beyond ridiculous. Fabricated nonsense. Is the court seriously expected to believe something the accused has apparently just remembered seeing?
This could be the moment that my entire career in the police force has been leading up to.
Whoa.
Inspector, you mean?
Yes, I took the plate, in the interests of preserving evidence from the scene of the crime. I took it, meat and all, and I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief because of it.
You did what?
I took the steak that you had been eating, Miss Brett. I took the steak that the sergeant had been eating. And I did it all in the name of justice.
And I'd do it again.
I would do it again.
Then we can find out for sure whether or not there's a bloodstain on Miss Brett's plate. We must examine it now. Give me the steak.
Is this what it's like to not have, like, aphantasia, whatever it's called? The shit where you, like, can't see in your mind?
Probably.
Maybe.
Because I have that, so, like, half a joke, but also, like, it's fucking wild to me. What do you mean you can see, like, a blood splat in your memory?
You're right. Inspector. The court wishes to examine the plate from the victim's table immediately. Yes, sir. Sorry for the delay. My eyes are up here.
Sorry,
Here's-
Inspector, we're looking at your meat.
Damn.
Nice meat.
Here's what you ordered. The steak.
Well, what about the blood? Is there any blood?
Of course there isn't.
Quickly, Inspector. The blood, man. Show the court. Of course. Examine the plate at your leisure.
Wah, wah, wah.
Steak.
Wait, which
No.
plate is it? Is it
No
the right
blood.
plate? No blood. No blood anywhere. But no, that's impossible! Ah!
Impossible.
I know, I saw it. I'm sure of it. It was right there on the table behind the professor. There was blood inside of the plate.
What an unbecoming expression, little boy.
Mm.
You see, this is why you can't trust what the Japanese tell you. Look at this goose. It's fierce.
Ah, goose!
The goose is loose.
I already said that!
I couldn't agree more. In the case of this disgrace to the Empire,
The goose is a nuisance.
I believe we may have finally reached a conclusion in this trial. Please, for the love of God, kill this boy.
Let's hope so. Let's pretend that courtroom proceedings is painful to watch. But I do promise to do my best to forget all about it when it's over.
Oh, it's so over.
It's so over.
his scrumptious-looking half-steak reveals the facts all too clearly. If the scrumptious-looking accused wishes
The
to
what?
examine it again... Sorry, Freudian slip. Be my guest.
Listen, prosecutor, all I'm saying is I'm available after this. I'll be in need of a new boy toy when this is over.
Yikes. What was the point I saw? Or thought I saw? Just a figment of my imagination. This is it now. I've lost.
We should look at that court record.
Uyenosuke. It's not over yet. Not until the final gavel.
Here it comes. I'm gonna do this last gavel in slow motion.
Never stop believing in yourself. Keep looking forward, no matter what. Change the world. My final message. Goodbye.
Believe in myself, really? Maybe I should at least examine the evidence for myself.
Nah. Touch. Well, it is meat.
What the?
Huh?
What in the world is this?
I think it's a Koban coin, and the hallmark is from the Hoela, I believe.
No, I don't mean what is it. I mean, what's it doing there?
What, you never eaten a coin before?
What? Did you say it was a Hoei Koban?
Yes. And apart from the meat juices, it looks to be in good condition. I imagine it's very valuable.
This isn't the first time today that there's been talk of a Hoei Koban.
Oh boy, cheap viewers on,
Cheap viewers.
Time to ban something.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds.
Hold on, I've got the gavel. I'll do it.
Oh, sick.
No,
Oh.
I actually can't do it. You have to do it.
I realized it, like, as I responded.
I just said it so casually that you're like, yeah, I'll believe anything he says.
And then I realized that it was just fucking Judge LP.
He's got the gavel, but he doesn't have the gavel.
The gavel.
Well, this does answer my question of, I do have chat working, right?
Seems like it.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna flame you in chat.
I've heard of poles before swine, but I've never heard of bullion and boolean. I'm sure that'd be a
glad that
lot
was your
funnier
line.
of a joke if I knew how to pronounce shit.
I'm glad that was your line because I do not know how to say it. And I don't think you ever will again. This is extraordinary though. This means... What the hell? What is it here?
I certainly never expected to find a precious coin underneath this thick cut of meat. Not outside of the brothels, anyway. And it's from the Hoya, too. That would make it really quite valuable.
It's well marinated in the juices as well. Look.
What do you think?
Think you can take me?
Hey, thank you, Blue the Demon, for following.
Wait, I wonder who that is.
No. But the next time I order a steak in an expensive restaurant, one thing's for sure. My heart's going to be racing as I lift up the meat and peer underneath for a prize. Woo.
Free money.
I think you might have the wrong end of the stick about this, Uenosuke.
Gold and coin underneath the steak. There's only one logical explanation.
There's a
You
logical
were the lucky
explanation.
1,000th customer.
There's a logical explanation. Please
Can we
do
examine the cow?
tell.
Do it now.
Cow!
This emblem on the side of the plate. Is it a cat?
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong here. Why did I say that?
It's a cow.
No, see, it's a duck
Obviously.
with its reflecting on the water.
He's right.
Ooh.
He's right.
2 ducks.
Most likely because the restaurant's signature dish is beef steak. It seems a lot of different restaurants have their own unique tableware.
But this is the symbol of Le Carnaval. Is it?
Thank you for examining the cow.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anything else?
Can we click the coin? Or we? I'm guessing you
for
already
the third
did.
time.
More.
Yeah, we
We did.
Yeah, alright, fair enough. Mashy.
Quick BRB, by the way, but I'm listening.
Okay.
What else?
I shouldn't be relevant yet.
I
Oh
Yeah, there
my
should be
God.
was gonna say if I think the blood shows up on the on the other side opposite of the cow, but I don't think you can like lift it up or anything.
Imagine if you had
Hey,
to,
the
like-
bottle's still here in spirit.
Spirit.
Oh my God! How can we look at it? I thought it shattered into a.
There's still water in it too. I thought she drank it.
Damn. That was a thirsty bitch.
There's some joke that can be made about spirits and alcohol, but I don't know enough to say it. But I know there's something there.
There is definitely something there. I presume any further examination of evidence in this trial will be unnecessary. Does the defense have any objection?
Let's see what's going on. Cinch the trial. Clinch.
Yeah, clinch.
Can this plate of steak reveal any other clues?
There's money.
Your Excellency, please wait. This plate of beef is hiding another clue. I was supposed to present it or something.
For steak.
Wait, no, I can't present it.
Yeah, it'll like bring up the menu automatically when it's time to present.
Clicky.
I don't think I missed anything.
No, I think you're fine.
And if we're not fine, we have 4 more guesses afterwards.
Another clue that will reveal the shocking truth.
I haven't said anything in a while. Anyway, the only thing that's shocking here is your
up.
unhealthy fascination with beef steak.
Wow, you call me bad?
Your Excellency, I think I
That's
made
me.
myself. Okay, you're back. You do it.
Yes. Yeah.
Your Excellency, I think I've made myself clear, haven't I?
I said quick BRB.
I will not be able to turn a blind eye to any more necessary procrastination in this trial.
You didn't say you were back, so I thought you were still gone.
I'm sorry, Miss Brett, but we must ensure a thorough examination of the evidence. Also, that one's mine. That's my money. I'm taking it.
What money? We haven't seen it yet. Got him.
I will not give a ruling until I'm completely satisfied that all reasonable doubt has been dispelled.
Changing the subject now, will we?
The judge's
Listen.
in on it?
Listen, who's armed here, you or me?
Listen, I'm a lot more scared of my partner's katana than your hammer.
I see. As a newly affirmed ally of my country, that's still a position, isn't it?
Thank you, Your Excellency.
Why'd I say that from Uenosuke's perspective instead of this fucking Kazuma's?
Yeah.
Yeah, bitch, you hammer my katana. Let's see what wins.
Counsel for the defense. You will now clearly show the court to what you are alluding.
Right? Stop Jeez. Right.
Show me the money.
Literally.
It's right here.
Huh?
What the heck
we
is
can
this thing
skip
that we
this.
saw earlier?
It seems like it resets when we close the evidence.
Yeah,
Crazy.
that's weird.
Zoom.
Imagine.
Yeah, we can't skip through this even though we've already read it.
Imagine. Really bad joke, by the way.
Bullion and Boolean. There we go, now we can present.
Oh,
You clicked the
bouillon.
wrong button.
Bullion and
You
bouillon.
pressed the wrong button.
No,
Why is
please.
this game so hard?
Deadpool Deathline. You pressed the wrong button.
Alright,
Like the greatest
I'm
fucking death quote in
mashing.
any game.
I'm mashing. I've stopped mashing.
Okay, press
I'm
on
not
it.
mashing.
Be a pirate.
Got it.
Got it.
Have I
Sounds
made the
really
joke
good.
yet about how like they
Does it
have
sound
British
weird?
accents even though they're Japanese?
Good gracious. That's
A Koban?
What on earth? My mask is so big.
a hoe arrow on it then.
Miss Brett. This is in fact the beefsteak that you ordered at the restaurant on the day in question, is it?
Ellipses.
Tell me. Why is there an old coin seemingly hidden underneath the meat? Wow.
What a ridiculous question. How should I know? I've never seen that thing before in my life. I don't know what this is, but I want no part in it, of it.
I fail to see how this is relevant. A coin under the meat? This could simply have been just a little, treasure for someone who is very thorough in video games.
Who's been a very good boy.
Don't be absurd. We're supposed to believe that this happened by accident in the kitchen? The camera change. Oh really, Hoei Koban just happens to be hidden underneath that piece of steak? If this turns out to be irrelevant to the case, I'll rip up my ticket to Great Britain right now.
He's right. It can't be a coincidence.
Oh, the word coin isn't coincidence.
Whoa! What a
Whoa!
coincidence.
Fucking Kazuma like thinking pose with his fingers on his forehead.
Your Excellency,
Yes, Council?
a rare Hoei Koban just happens to be hidden underneath that piece of steak. If this turns out to be irrelevant to the case, I'll give up my lawyer job right now.
By all means, don't let us stop you. And also, who asked?
Really, in this
Don't
case,
care.
stealing my line like that? I thought we were friends.
Perhaps, little boy, you should realize that it is you who is irrelevant.
Oh, even though I'm the one on trial here? The point is, it's essential that we ask the owner of this coin if he can explain what it's doing under that steak.
The owner?
Yes, it's obvious. There's only one person it can belong to. The owner of the Koban that was found underneath the beefsteak is... I mean, there's only one
Is this
person
awesome?
that makes sense. It would be funny to say someone else. But
Oh,
Yeah, it's gotta be. Yeah.
Yes,
Someone call Tyler back right now.
I got him on the phone as we speak.
obviously, it can only be the antique dealer and owner of Ratsude, Kiryo Korikuta-san.
Fury as in Mr. Cucumber something. Honestly, these ridiculous Japanese names are quite unfathomable.
Yeah.
Yes. The old man who testified earlier alongside the military sergeant, correct?
Yes, Your Excellency.
I remember him saying that he was up to something with his Koban coin when it happened. At exactly the moment the gun was fired.
I'm gonna do my best Tyler impersonation.
Do your best Tyler impersonation, yeah.
The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor. Breaking it down, you see.
That is exactly what Tyler would have said.
What? What in the world were you doing?
Hunting for treasure. Hiya! The Hoe Erakobon, my prized coin.
And this Hoe era Koban, do you mean to tell me?
No, no, no. Please, why would Koekuta-san's Koban be sandwiched between the victim's beefsteak and its plate? It makes no sense.
Yes.
Exactly.
Which is why I'm asking to bring Koekuta-san back to the witness stand so we can ask her.
Officer, bring both witnesses that testified earlier back in here.
We're not done.
Without a moment's delay.
Dobie, how long is this case?
That's what I'm wondering.
Is this the whole game?
Yeah, the whole game.
The whole game is
It's
this
like a
one
good-
case.
Time to stop, I think.
Yeah, if people like don't want to keep going.
I can go for a bit more, but
Alternatively, like if everyone wants to keep going, then someone else can just take Aoshi.
Let me just go to like the next when they call the witnesses in, which is probably very soon.
Yeah.
I can't believe we've come back around to that pair again.
I can.
A strong hunch that if we chase down the real significance of this Koban, we'll find that's a key element in the case.
And the sergeant was brought back just cause.
I'm so glad that the witness podium has gotten so much longer.
Alright, we can
How
stop.
long can it get?
Would you like to stop? We can stop.
I think it's a good time.
We've been going for like an hour and 45 minutes.
No, why
I would like
clicking,
to.
why are you clicking his lines?
I would like to
Fred,
pause
are
the
we
game.
leading his shit now, or do you want to just wait till next time?
I think we wait.
We're not reading anything. How do I pause the game?
Gee.
Escape. Yeah, it's G.
It's.
And
Nice
now you
one.
can say,
Thank God, you don't have to keep doing that voice. Okay. We're done.
Why isn't it over yet?
Everyone go home. Everyone go home.
Everyone go home.
What are we still doing here? Go home.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
That's,
What if this is my home?
so many people told me that.
it's fine. It's
No.
fine. I didn't have the throat to hoist the military man again. Why is he back? He should no longer be relevant.
Yeah, right.
I thought I was done, that bitch.
The fucking okay. In the first game, the tutorial case is literally like
You present
two
like
cross
4 things.
examinations, 3 maybe.
Yep. It's pretty fast, yeah.
It's a joke, but like we're not on the GBA anymore. That means cases are longer now.
Ish.
You say we're not on the GBA anymore, as if like this wasn't the first one that we did.
I mean, it was.
Basically, we did it in the wrong order.
Yeah.
Right, I know. I understand. It's just like I understand that the games aren't on the GBA anymore, but we were never there.
Me.
Yeah. But like the original GBA games, the original games were GBA, whatever.
Right.
Teensy weensy. Whittle.
Whittle. Anyway, see everyone next week, I guess. Well, maybe we finish the first case. At this point, we're just in limbo.
I'll be here all week.
Now I can unmute.
Yay.
Yay.
Alright, I'm gonna deafen and close stream. Later.
Hooray.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I swear, eventually we will get to the second case. And I can make the joke I've been sitting on for like fucking 2 weeks. But until then... Later.